Hey guys, today I'm going to be showing you guys my planner for the upcoming school year. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Stacey and I have 4 boys, and this year I will be homeschooling 2 of them. They're twins and they're going to be going into 1st grade. And then we also have a 2-year-old who'll be turning 3 this fall and a current 7-month-old, almost 8-month-old. Today I'm so excited to be showing you guys my homeschool planner for the upcoming school year. This video is in collaboration with Dina. Her YouTube channel is Pursuing Peace. She has a great YouTube channel all about homeschooling, raising her kids, and motherhood. Down below in the description box I'll be putting a link to a playlist of a bunch of other homeschool moms. We are all going to be showing you guys our planners, or how we plan our homeschool, or how we backwards plan our homeschool, or whatever version we do of that. I am so excited to show you guys my planner. I worked on it. It's been a labor of love. I would have to put the boys to bed and then work on it for an hour or so. I used Excel on my computer and then just was able to print it out myself. And it did take work, but it was kind of fun to do. It was my first time making a homeschool planner like this. But after homeschooling last year, I know kind of what I want to keep track of and what I don't want to keep track of. And so yeah, I think it's going to work really good. So I'm excited to show you guys this and hopefully give you guys ideas if you want to make your own planner or do something similar to this. So I'm planning to do something called backwards planning, which is where I only keep track of what we did afterwards. Instead of going through and writing like what I want to do, I just write down at the end of the week. I don't even like to open my planner daily because it ends up being too much work. I just like to open it like at the end of the week and write down like roughly what we did, be able to check mark it off. So I'm going to be showing you guys kind of 2. I'll be showing you guys what I used last year, which is a very, very simple planner, backwards planning. And then I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to use this year. It has a little bit more to it, but I'm really excited about it. I think it's going to help me stay organized and stay on top of some stuff. So I will turn the camera around and show you guys my planner. Okay, so this is my homeschool planner for the 2020-2021 school year, and I just put my name down there. I like to watercolor, so I watercolored this and then just laminated it and then had it spiral bound together with all the other papers. So I just stuck in 2 blank pages here that are just empty, and I can use those for notes or whatever. Then I have 1 lined paper here that's for notes. And then this here is kind of like our Bible verse for our school year. Repeat them again and again to your children. Talk about them when you are at home and when you're on the road and when you're going to bed and when you're getting up. Deuteronomy 6:7. And I like that it's so like hands-on and interactive. That's how my boys like to learn at this age when they're so young. Okay, and then on this page I did a quote from Risen Motherhood. Motherhood is made up of a million tiny moments for worship, even in the mundane. I am currently listening to Risen Motherhood book on Audible, and I really enjoy it. Okay, and then this here is a map your year, and I don't know if you can see on the camera, but every other month is really light gray. That way I can see where one month starts and stops. Like here is July, here's August, September. And this is I can easily mark in here any like trips that are coming up, any holidays, stuff like that. They know we won't be doing school. So there's 4 pages of that to equal 1 year. And then this year's 2020, 2021 dates to remember, and I'm planning to put birthdays here of like my family and Dewey's family. That way I can just see at a glance like, okay, for February we have these birthdays. And then this is my attendance tracker, and I have one for each of my boys that are in school. And I backwards planned this, so I'll just put a line through each day that we did school. So that way, in case you end up having a sick day or something unexpected comes up, it doesn't mess up our whole plan. And then down at the bottom I put, for each month it says the month end total and then year end total. I don't necessarily have to get 180 days of school, I just roughly aim for that. So yeah, I have one for each boy that's doing school. And then this here is curriculum at a glance, and it's a check-off list. So this is for their Good and Beautiful math and their Good and Beautiful language arts. And each row is about 2.5 weeks of schoolwork. So I can easily see like if I know we're roughly halfway through the school year, and then I can mark off what lessons are at, and I can easily see at a glance if we're roughly halfway through their math. So that way I know if we're on plan, or if like we need to work on our language arts more, or we're ahead in our math or whatever. And then I just did a blank page of curriculum at a glance, and this one here I can put in whatever other subjects that I would want to. Okay, and then this is goals for everyone, and I have one of these for each month. This says we want to learn together, and then these are for my twins that are in 1st grade, Zeke and Zadok. Here I can put what term we're in, and then for each month I want to focus on like a character quality, 1 habit train, 1 habit, 1 manner, a Bible memory verse, and then roughly what they're learning in math and language arts, so I can look back on this if I would want to later on, and then any other notes I want to make. And then I did one for Creed, who is my 2-year-old, soon to be 3-year-old, and one for Mom. And for Creed is just, I want to focus on a manner for him, like maybe saying please or something like that, counting to 10. He can currently only count to 4, I think. So by the end of the school year, I'm hoping if we work a little bit on each month, he can improve on that. His shapes and colors, matching sorting, and just reading books to him. And then for Mom, I would like to work on a character quality, like maybe patience or something like that. A habit like drinking more water, exercising. Bible memory, I want to do Bible memory with them. And my one thing, for each month I want to pick like one thing to focus on, like maybe I want to try to do one poetry tea time, or that way it just feels like not overbearing and doable if I keep it simple like that. And then how to implement it, like, okay, we're going to try to do poetry tea time one time this month on Friday, and, you know, kind of plan it that way it actually happens. And then over here, I just did like an extra page of goals for everyone. And I wrote, the way you see a child is the way you treat them. The way you treat them is what they will become. I thought that quote was really good. So this is just empty, blank, not lined notes. And then these on here are lined notes. And then we get in the monthly spread. So this is the month of July. And all I'm going to be using this for is my YouTube channel. I'll be putting in here, like I have different collabs coming up and I want to keep track of when they're due. And so I can just write in here so I can see at a glance easy. Okay, next week I have, you know, this collab is due or whatever. Over here is for notes. Down here is for notes. This will just be for YouTube. I might also keep track of what videos did good and which ones didn't and stuff like that. Then next year I could look back and see. Up here I wrote, an observant child should be put in the way of things worth observing by Charlotte Mason. And then I did a weekly checklist. So in July we're hoping to do school, I think it's 3 weeks. Or maybe it's 3.5 weeks, so I put an extra one in there. But basically what it is this is a weekly checklist for first grade. And so on the side here, I wrote like Bible, language arts, writing, math, thinking skills, history, science, emotional, STEM, art, and activity books. And then I listed everything that I have. Like I have 1 month of A Gentle Feast. And then for Bible, we also want to do memory work, storybooks. These are just like options: YouTube, stories, songs, character, and habit. And I'm not going to do all of these every day. These are just all the things I have for Bible that I could do that week, and we want to do them daily, and so I have 5 check marks here to mark off. Now also on Fridays we will be going to like a play group and not always doing school. We kind of want to do fun Fridays, but here's the beginning of the school year because of coronavirus, those are not started back up yet. So for now we might do 5 days of school, but then later on in the year only do 4. So I went ahead and put 5 blocks. So then all I can do is just check mark it off. And I don't usually fill this out. Either I can fill it out daily and just go down through and put the check marks for what we did that day, or I can just wait till the end of the week and mark it. So then I have all the things. We don't necessarily do all these things every day. It's just like in a week. Like for example, these here I want to do like 2 to 4 times a week. Writing, we're going to do jot it down, and that one I just left blank because we're going to be doing like projects. They're monthly projects, and I just want to remind myself to like keep working on it. For emotional, I just put manners and habits. I want to just remind myself to like talk about them with the boys when they come up. 1 to 2 times a week, and that's optional. It's not something I have to do. We have a couple different like smart games, and I put those down as either or. So they just have to, I'll tell them like the end of their school day, okay, you gotta do 2 challenges, and they can pick one of these things and do 2 challenges in it. And like even on here I put activity books. We have like some Usborne White Clean books, or they can choose some other activity books, and we have games, and I just put like 1 to 5 times a week. I just want to make sure we at least are playing games, including our schoolwork some. And then at the end of each month, I have a page like this: July, a little mother culture, my thoughts and prayers for this month, YouTube videos I posted this month, one thing I did well, I would like to try to improve on, I'm grateful for, learning list, something I read, some books, podcasts I've listened to, educational videos that I watched, something I would love to learn, and cute things the boys said just for memories. And then this here would be for starting for August, and it goes back into the goals, the monthly spread, the weekly checklist, and the little mother culture for August, and then it moves on to September. Okay, and then back here at the next tab, this year's co-op activities, and like I said, we're part of like a Friday, it's more like a play group really, and I'm just going to do like backwards planning for this, just write what we did. And because sometimes we'll do like maybe a field trip also or stuff like that. So I just keep track of that here for each month. You are making a difference every day. Over here is morning basket, and this is again backwards planning, and these are just like options I have, like to talk about manners, file memory, habit, books, curriculum, read aloud, songs. And so I just want to write like what I did for each month. just so I can look back on, just for memory's sake, and maybe next year get ideas from. This is preschool topics, like with Creed. Maybe one month I'll focus on colors, shapes, numbers. Another month maybe animals or occupations, or I don't know, all kinds of different things like that. And this one here is milestones. I want to keep track of like non-related school things, like maybe they had the tooth fall out, or they learned to ride a bike or tie their own shoe, or stuff like that. They're learning, but it's not necessarily in books. Back here I have 2 pages for read alouds. And these over here I wrote books we want to read, and on this page I wrote books we've read. And so I often like we watch a YouTube video and think, oh, that read aloud sounds like a good option. I just write the title and author here and then mark off the appropriate things. This one here says loved it. Like if we read it already, we can mark we loved it. So if it's a living book, ebook, and then where I got it from. Like an ebook at the library, we own it, or YouTube. YouTube actually has a lot of books on there that you can find. And then over here I'm going to write the subjects it covered, or the unit study, like if it went with Christmas or Thanksgiving, or if we're studying about mammals, if it went with that, or whatever. That way if we do that same unit study in the future, I can look back and see what we loved, what read alouds we enjoyed. Curriculum we use this year for first grade. I have the title, the level, the subjects covered, the price, and notes. And then I also did the same thing for Creed. Although he is still 2, I'm just calling it preschool for 3-year-olds. And again, this is very informal. I probably won't have much there, but just that way for my next kid, if I want to see what to do with this one, I can look back and see. All right, and then I have 2 pages for curriculum ideas. If you're like me, I think a lot of homeschool moms are. I love to watch like YouTube videos and see what other people are using and get ideas. And then I like to make a list. Oh, I like to do this in 2nd grade, or do that subject in 3rd grade. And so I can make a list here. And I put for who, like what grade, and what it is, the cost, and other information, like maybe where to get it from. And then a page of notes, and then 2 blank cardstock pages again. I can use for notes. And then this here is on my back cover. It's a laminated page of my weekly checklist. And this is what I had done last year for kindergarten. This year's my 1st grade one, but last year I did one right like this, except it was for kindergarten. And then I could use a dry erase marker, and I only had one page printed like this, and I could dry erase mark. I could check mark it off, at the end of the week erase it and start over again for the next week. That way I know roughly at a glance if I got everything done for 1 week or not. And that was all I did for last year for planning. It was very simple. It was 1 piece of paper. So if you wanted to do really simple planning, this is one idea that you could do. Or if you wanted to do one for each week, like I'm going to try this year, you could do that too. And then this is my back cover, and I watercolored this one also. It says, Play is the highest form of research by Albert Einstein. I just thought it was bright and colorful, and I needed something for my back cover anyway. So I'm really excited to have this homeschool planner. This is my 1st year of homeschooling to actually have like an official planner, so I'm excited about that. All right, that is all I have. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing my planner. I hope it gives you guys some ideas of if you want to make your own homeschool planner, or if you want to do the simplified version like I did last year. Keep things very simple, and therefore I find if I keep things simple, I actually follow through and do them a lot more quicker. I'm looking forward to watching the other videos in the playlist below, and leave a comment down below letting me know how you plan, if you plan at all, if you backwards plan, what kind of planner you like to do, if you make your own or not. All right, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, comment down below. It just helps my video to be seen and suggested in other people's feeds. All right, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys again soon. Bye.